In this video, we're going to be talking about the state of retro game hunting in the charity shops, as I found some or come across some revelations in my mind as I've been out hunting this week. There seems to be a rapid turn in things, and as ever, I really actually would appreciate your opinion on this, because I don't know you face to face, and I look through the comments, so it's kind of like we're having a bit of a dialogue, because I've seen a few things on Twitter where people have actually got some good bargains in the charity shops, but something has changed for me recently, and aside from a couple of things that you've seen on pickups, I've been having a few issues. So let's get into it. Please watch this video until the end, because I've got a couple of announcements to make as well. In fact, there's only one announcement to make, I believe. But stay tuned and let's get into it. So a couple of weeks back, I went out retro game hunting and I managed to find the really nice Xbox crystal for a tenner, and it was kind of like a weird situation as to how I found that, really, because the guy said to me, as he, you know the story, I'm not going to reiterate it, he kind of walked out of the storeroom door with this crystal in his hand, and he literally bumped into me and we had a conversation, and he said that the crystal was going to be going on eBay. Now, fortunately, I managed to persuade him to ask the manager to let me purchase it, and I got a good price on it for £10. But it got me thinking as to, if I'd not seen him or if I'd not been in the shop at the time, how much would that crystal have been? Now, the particular the charity shop that I got that from does have a very large eBay page, and that's kind of the crux of the discussion as to what I want to kind of bring to the table, really, because I've been going around charity shops this week, and I'm not joking. Pinnacle stores like the British Heart Foundation, Lighthouse charity shops have had nothing. Like, they've removed all of their PlayStation 2, original Xbox, Nintendo Wii, and the odd PlayStation 1 games from the shelves. And I'm like, okay, has somebody been in to get them? Have they just been removed by the charity shop? And I'm wondering if they've actually gone on eBay. Now, there's one store in a town that I go to, and on the price tags, it says, it's got the price of the item, and it says eBay pricing on it. Now, I understand charity shops, the word charity, I get it. Charity, we've all done charitable work, and I donate to charity, you donate to charity, we've done a charity streams before, and I get it. But if I wanted to buy an item from eBay, I would buy it from eBay. And we all know that eBay prices for retro games and retro games consoles are increased for whatever reason. I know everybody needs to make a living, and that's absolutely fine, and I'm a firm believer of if you want it, you'll buy it no matter what the price is. But there was this DSi, it was a lime green DSi, and at first I thought it was a Game Boy Color at a glance. I'm kind of like going over, having a chat, saying how much is this? This was a couple of weeks back, and it was 30 quid. 30 quid for a Nintendo DSi with no charger, no stylus, and two I don't remember what games they were, but it was nothing to kind of shout about. And in my mind, I'm thinking as follows. Oh, and the guy is trying to kind of push me to this is a good thing. This is, look at the condition, and this is in a charity shop, okay? And I flipped it, and again it said eBay pricing. Now, I buy a lot of retro games off Facebook Marketplace, as well as CEX and local retro game stores and retro gaming markets, but there's no way on hell I would have paid £30 for this DSi with two games. I think I've seen bundles like that, DSi bundles, on Facebook Marketplace for about 30 quid with, 5+ games. So I think, as a consumer, I could have got more for my buck on Facebook Marketplace, or maybe a friend or whatever. So I left it, I didn't go back, and when I went in again, I asked him where it had gone, and he said it had been gone, they'd kind of shipped it off to another store, Lighthouse store, for them to put it on their eBay page. So I'm like, okay, is this the kind of culture of what's going on now? And I know it's been going on for years in charity shops, but I think for me personally, it's starting to kind of grate on me a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I buy a lot of things from charity shops. I love charity shops, But when you go in there and see like a Louis Vuitton shirt or, you know, a really nice bag, as I did the other day, it was like a few quid. You know, there was nothing on that price tag that said eBay pricing. It was only on the video games that they were using eBay prices for. Now, my question to you, good people, is do you think that's fair when other products in the shop aren't based on eBay pricing? It is just video games. Like, my opinion is, I don't necessarily think that, you know, life's not fair, obviously, but I think it's a little bit cheeky in some instances. And then I think of the same week I was in the British Heart Foundation, and the guy, I asked if there were any additional games upstairs, as I always do, hot tip, and he showed me some pictures of what was upstairs. And there was a Steelbook edition, I think of Dishonored on the PlayStation 3. I was like, okay, that looks really nice, you know, how much is that? And he's like, well, CEX prices, it's 20 quid. For Dishonored on the PlayStation 3? What? And why are we talking CEX prices? And again, I understand it's for charity, but that is not worth it to me. It may be worth it to somebody, but it's not worth it to me. So I walked away. Now, I could have given the shop some money to buy that game and given to charity, but it was just far too much money. And I don't know if they get the prices they're asking on eBay pages. I have no idea. But to me, it just seemed like a little bit of a flop and a little bit kind of bone crushing when things like that happen. Now, every now and again, you can get a really good bargain, like I said, with the Xbox Crystal in charity shops. And recently I picked this up. I don't think I've shown this. I haven't actually unpacked this. This is a really nice condition PlayStation 2 Slim model with a third-party controller and a memory card. So I'm going to show you this. The guy was lovely, he was really nice. I think it was fair what I paid for it, but well, you know, I'm gonna let you guys tell me what you think. So everything was like super nicely wrapped. So I'm just gonna take the cables out there, pat tested and all. An official, an official memory card, which has very little scratches on it. Seems like this hasn't been used that much. And then here's the third-party controller, and I'm not joking. This, for a third-party controller, it looks the part. There's no kind of weird bumps and grinds on it. It looks really nice, and if you look on the analog sticks, it looks like it's not been used because the textures are intact, they're not eroded, and there's no marks around the kind of the 360 motion on the ball joints of the analog. So that, again, for a third-party controller, it looks really, really nice. And then the console itself, which again looks in stellar condition. Really, really nice, well-kept PlayStation 2 Slim. Now, I saw this in the window and I paid $17.99 for this, and I think that that is a good price. I was willing to pay it. You may not have paid it, but I think that's a good price for a Slim model. I know you can get Slim bundles for 20 quid with a couple of games on Facebook Marketplace, but because of the condition, I think it was worth it. And the guy was really nice, and he said to me, you know, if there's anything you need, let me know. I've got a couple of Xboxes upstairs I'm waiting to pack test, PS1s, etc. So, you know, I kind of like that exchange. There was no mention of eBay, and I really liked that. There was no mention of, oh, well, on eBay, this is X amount of prices. So that, I think I got a good price. What do you think, guys? So the point of this is, in conclusion, there's a lot of stuff going on in charity shops where games are being removed in my local area. That's absolutely fine. There's no advertising of particular shops' eBay pages unless you ask the staff. You don't even know if that particular shop has an eBay page. So, I mean, I guess that's a bonus that they're not pushing the fact that they've got eBay. Are we in danger of a massive demise of retro games in charity shops? And how much do you agree with them comparing prices to CEX and eBay? They're often missing the mark as well, I'll tell you that much. Let me know in the comment section below. Now, in terms of an announcement, it's nothing major. 5th of October, Nottingham Retro Gaming Market is happening. I will be going, and I will link, if you guys want to go, because I know a lot of my viewers are in this East Midlands area. I'll link the information in the description below. Hope to see you guys there. I'll be there filming, buying some cool stuff. I'm really excited to get back out to a retro game market, as I missed the Manchester one a couple of weeks ago. But I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. I will be back on Monday with more content. But for now, enjoy, subscribe, and yeah, have a great day. Cheers.